Is anybody out there? But y'all, we'll see if anybody's gonna get on. Come on in. Come on in. Let's kick it for a minute. Let's do something different today. Try to get my little board here so I can do a little bit of maybe some writing. What's up, brother Arthur? Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna kick it off here in just a second. See if we're gonna get see if some folks wanna join in. Give them a couple of minutes. Trying to get myself together here. Can you hear me good? Give me a 1 if you can hear me. Somebody, when you come in, if you can hear me, give me a 1 or something, a thumbs up. So I know that you can hear me. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Can you hear me? All right, appreciate it, brother. I wanted to have a little chit chat real quick. Oh, let me wipe this board off. A little chit chat. I'm gonna give y'all a little tour of the Bat Cave here in a minute. Okay. All right. Peace to everybody. Wanted to talk just real quick on Valentine's Day. Trying to find my my dry erase, what you call that thing? My dry erase marker. See if I can find me one. So I like to write it down because I'm stuck in some time warp. I need to catch up. I'm gonna show y'all something here. One of the things I'm very proud of is my library. And my wife did something for me yesterday that really warmed a brother's heart. I come home and, you know, she's on the last days of maternity leave. So she got the babies put down for a nap. And I'm going to show you, she got my office organized because my son coming here and he tears this thing to high hell. I'm going to show you my... First of all, that's my pops right there. That is the great Henry Robinson. That's my Uncle John right there. That's my pop's oldest brother right there. We're going to talk about him. His birthday was yesterday, John Robinson. These are gods right here, at least to me. And these two men had libraries in the 1970s and 1980s. So it's natural for me to go and emulate what I saw growing up. Association brings on assimilation, you know, all that stuff. So I used to try to have my stuff organized, but it's not really possible now. These are some rare comics right here. Son of Satan. You heard Brother Bobby talk about this book. Hard to find. Black Goddess in the Unseen Real. I don't even want to... This had to be another time where we go through all this. Some book recommendations. But this is my little humble library. And she got these disappearing shelves. Got my books all organized up on the wall. Come in. I mean, my shit was piled up everywhere. Here's some of my other ones. You know, what I do with these, of course, you know, you can't see down there. Of course, here's another rare book. I've only found one more of these in the country. And this is Our Lawless Police. Now, the only other copy I know of I found on Amazon, and it's $250 for this copy. This is how the spirit be moving in my favor. Look what I paid for it. $7.50 a few years ago. And I want to do something one day. As you can see, I got a lot of shit I want to do. I want to peace Sister Cosmic My thank you, brother Arthur. I want to talk about this one day, especially in light of the recent, you know, we had a so-called shooting here recently of a police officer, and we had some other things going on around the country, but we're gonna get into this one day. But here's another let me show you another jewel I got. I'm very proud of. Some of y'all may have heard of this book if I can find it. I'm gonna show you a pristine copy of something. Pristine. You ever heard of this? You heard Brother Panic talking about the book Dirt, a social history as seen through the uses and abuses of dirt. This is if you want to see, it's in pristine. I write in all my books, but my books like this, that was whoever had it before me. That's the only writing in this book. But this is a powerful book that tells you about Europe. Oh boy. Uh the first brother I heard mention this was a brother from named Dr. Robert Mackey. He brought this book out in the 90s. Um, but that book now goes for like $400 or $500, and when you get it, you'll see why. But like I said, you read pieces of that book. I don't know. I haven't read it all the way through. I haven't. uh, but it is a powerful, powerful book. I mean, you can't dispute it. The way it's written, I mean, it's just laid out there. It is what it is. You know, rolling around in feces and Sir Thomas Becket at his death. They take the wig off of him, and there's a whole colony of gnats and fleas up under the wig. I mean, King James licking the face of young men that come into his court. I mean, all that stuff you'll find in that book. Let me show you this. When you talk about references, here's my first metaphysical book I ever got. My pops gave me this. You see my son and colored it all up. This is the ISIS papers. He only had volume 2. And then I was able, one day, I stumbled across volume 1 and 2, and then the Secret Doctrine. Here's a Bible, a rare one you don't hear much about. A version, the Young's Literal Translation. Highly recommend you get a copy of this. You see I got a parallel Bible up here. There's a whole bunch of Gnostic stuff. This woman is an authority on the goddess. Barbara Jean Walker. Okay. Here's some more Gnostic stuff. Here's Tibetan Book of the Dead, Egyptian. Here's your Babylonian myths, Tiamat, Kangu, all of that. Got some stuff on it. I mean, we can. I'm getting off track here. What I'm supposed to be doing. Valentine's Day, the fall of man. All right, let's get on track. Valentine's Day. Orientation is locked. Damn. I'm trying to I wanted to put this thing in landscape, but I guess I locked it. Shit. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Okay, so it won't let me go in landscaping. I guess I gotta do that when I'm not actually in a video. Okay. Well, I have to make the best of what we got. Valentine's Day. Now, when you become more aware, one of the first things we do is we toss away all of the different, let's say, traditions that we feel like have been forced on us, and things that are silly, and like Christmas and Easter and Valentine's Day and all these other things, which you're right, to it is the what we have now. What's up, Krishna? It is now um a tool of consumerism and capitalism. But what we must all remember is that one, you don't throw the baby away with the bathwater. And that everything that has been given, presented to us in a retarded, step down, degenerated form is really something uh, that has residue of something very powerful. Okay? So, nobody, a person who's new to existence and new to civilization is not going to come and develop a holiday out of nowhere. They're they're banking. They are using something that has been pushed into the background of ancient history, and they're using that as a backdrop and presenting something else to us, and then in our haste to awaken, we then can discard something that is actually our shit. So, first of all, what I always like to do is deal with language. Okay? So, know the ritual of you got to go out and buy your woman some candy and send her some flowers and everything. Um, that is commercialism, and that is capitalism. But the essence, as um, deep thinkers, metaphysicians, whatever we want to call ourselves, that is what we're looking for. What's the essence? So let's just look at this here, and we find that the word Valentine coincides with, I might be spelling that wrong. Um, Matter of fact, let me get my little Valor. It's bear with me here. Let me see something here. UAL. I've never been the world's best speller. Oh, okay. VALERE. I tried to make it French, and I'm put U up in there. Valor. Okay. Now, hold on. Don't that sound familiar though? Valor. I want to see something. So this is how it goes. We got the root val. Okay. So val, I want to know, does value come out of the same family? I would make an educated guess and say yeah, and it does. Now we got the word value. Now we all can relate to value, and you can relate to valor. Now both of them, in their root sense, they mean power and strength. Y'all gotta bear with me, one hand man here. Valor and value come back to power and strength. So, why is it that this holiday on 2/14, why is this even being held up? Now, I don't know the actual history of the development of how this became the Western version. I'm dealing with the symbolism behind it. Okay, I told you all that the real start. Let me show you something. The real start of spring. This is the wheel. Okay, This is summer solstice. This is winter solstice. This is vernal equinox. This is autumnal equinox. Okay? Now we're told that spring starts here. That's March. Well, we're gonna put an M for March. This is December. Peace, Sister Erica. This is we're gonna say March 21st, December 21st, June 21st, and September 21st. We're told that the seasons start on these points. That's not actually true, because this right here is called midsummer. That's what's a pagan festival called the Midsummer Fest. Now don't fool yourself and think that when you use the word pagan, oh, that's some European. No, you gotta do your homework. Gotta get your study game up. Midsummer, this is ancient. Okay? All right? So if it's the middle of the summer, how can it be the start of summer? If this is called the Midwinter Fest, how can this be the start of winter? So this is why, and this is your original Kabbalah right here. Your original Kabbalah mimics your hand. Your hand has 4 phalanges and a thumb. Then the other hand, 4 phalanges and a thumb. This thumb is not in the same category as these, okay? These are counted separate, so they're counted as 8, okay? This is the nipple, see? The nipple. So your original Kabbalah lines up with the 4 phalanges here, the 4 here, and then we're going to come over here and you got 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, this here is the real start of fall. I mean, this common sense. Isn't this where you see that the declination starts here? By the time it gets here, this is the middle of fall. This is the middle of the fall. Okay? This is the start of winter right here. This is Halloween. That's why it's the Day of the Dead. That's the earth is dying. Just on the physical realm or mundane realm. The earth is dying. Then you got midsummer. So after midsummer, then you get here. This is called Imbolc. Excuse my writing. Imbolc, which means in milk. This is February 2nd. This is the start of spring right here. So somewhere in here, we got this little holiday called Valentine's Day. I want you to understand what the real science is behind this. Valentine's Day is then what? If this is the start of spring, okay? Now look at the words that mean the same thing as spring. Look at this. Spring. Do you know spring is the same as blood? Bull. All these come from the same root. Flower. Even this version of flower. Flower, phallus. And I might be spelling this shit wrong, but you know how that go. All these things come from the same root. They all mean the same thing. They're all talking about something. Check this out. Something rising. Okay? So what's going on right here? If we've come out of the fall, okay, and you've gone all the way down, And now you're starting to rise, which denotes power, strength. You're talking about a dick, a penis, a phallus. It is starting to rise up. And this is whether you are a man or a woman. This is talking about a one on a mundane level, talking about the sun, the changing of the seasons, and two, talking about energy within you. But here's they call this an occult blind. Remember this. This is called an occult blind. This is where something's put right in your face and you're only given the information that was supposed to be given to you to build your frame of reference from. See, we're still going back and looking at maybe what other scholars brought out in the 90s and things of that nature. And sometimes we're repeating what we've heard and we're not continuing to dig. They didn't do that. They didn't do all that work that they did for us to come back and be tape recorders and then just stop, and just regurgitate. We were supposed to be on a quest to keep digging. So while we're looking back, the people that we think are always plotting against us are already at least 50 years down the road, 100 years down the road, looking. They understand their handicaps. They understand their shortcomings. So they're working with what they got and they're looking down the road, but we're still in emotionalism and looking backwards and not seeing what was never intended for us to see. It's intended for you to still have the understanding of 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago. So that's what an occult blind will do. It'll put something right in your face and then allow you to condemn it and put the energy behind it to build the super weapon to use against your own self, using the power of your mind, and two, your mouth. In the beginning was the Word, was it not? So, also, interestingly enough, I discovered that, flip this over, you may not have known this, very few people probably know this, that February is National Gum Disease Awareness Month. Now, when you understand the symbolism of what the gums represent, the word gum, the word jaw comes from gum, and gum comes from chaos. Chaos. Now, if you really want to understand how to really uphold Black history this month, align it with this. Align it with that. That's true Black history right there. Gums. The gums. Because it's dealing with the chaos. Okay? The chaos. Now, you really want to work your magic, go into your chaos. Go into your imagination. Imagination. That these two, same thing. See, this one may not go over well with some people, but this is Disney. This is nice. Imagination. Same thing. Because everything is possible with your imagination. Your imagination is this. You want to know what the witch uses? God damn, I can't talk. Real witchcraft always involves a pot. A pot. That's a pot, right? The pot is the chaos. The pot is the chaos. Because in the pot, everything's possible. The pot is just a vessel. This is the witch's number one tool, is her pot. His pot. This pot is also representing your mind. Okay? Now, what do you put in it? Your ingredients. Your ingredients, how you form them, is this. Simple. Alchemy. Okay. Pot is Lord. Why? Because the word Lord means potentate. Same root. Pot. Pot. And let me show you how it all connects back to the mind. Because potentate is the same root as potato. And potato comes back to the Hebrew word yod. Yod. Yod is synonymous with jad or jad. Okay? Jad means hand. Hand denotes grasping. I'm bringing it all home. Everything I do, they all tie back in together. Grasp is, we talked about cancer the other day. Cancer's the what? The crab. Look how we done round all this stuff back together. Potato comes from yod. Yod as in Yoda. Yoda means knowledge. Yod is jad. Jad means hand. Hand, grasp. Cancer, crab. Can you grasp it? Grasp means what? Can you understand? Comes back to knowledge. Therefore, the pot is chaos, is the mind. This is why you don't get all bent out of shape about, oh, Valentine's Day and this, because you're the master. Do you understand why I showed you all this? I'm trying to show you you're the master magician. You can take anything that you want and you can turn it into something that works in your favor. Look, we are nothing but a bunch of states that are running into each other and acting out roles. So if you want something to be a certain way, put your mind in that state. My thing this year is, I'm saying, Jamal, you have got to put your mind in the state where you are what you desire. Put your mind in that state. Put your mind in the pot and put the ingredients in there that you want, and you cook up the dish that you desire. Now, what does all this have to do with Valentine Day and the fall of man? Because that's the title I put up, right? The fall of man. I'm going to give y'all an abbreviated story here of the real original Valentine story. Now, you know we're going to say a version. The original Valentine story is Isis and Osiris. That's the original Valentine story. The original love story. Okay? You get another version in the Gnostic text. You can go and get any of these books. This one, this one, this one, this one. You'll find these stories. You'll find another version here, Hindu mythology. You'll find one here in the Babylonian myths. You're going to definitely find here in the Book of the Dead. And this baby right here in the good old Bible. You find this story over. I'll show you. See, it's one thing to see. I put it in your face. I turn right to this shit. Let's do this. Let's go to Song of Solomon. Song of Solomon. Should be right here, or before Psalms, I think. It's one of the shortest books in the Bible. I think it might be right after Psalms. Might be right after Psalms and in between it and Proverbs. I want to say. Hold on. Man, I should have got this the damn top that what you call them, the Bible with all the topics. So this damn hold on, it might be right after. It's somewhere right here in the Song of Solomon. There we go. All right. It kicks off with a Valentine story. How about story time with Brother Jamal? Okay. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's, let him kiss me with his kisses of his mouth, for the love is better than wine. Let's stop right there. Baby. We smoking. We cooking with grease over this motherfucker. Let's stop right there. Kiss. The most powerful part of the whole damn. You hear people who try to disprove the Bible based on literal shit. Oh, it's some homosexual shit because Jesus kissed and they're talking about Jesus. Hold on, motherfucker. This book is not a historical book. This is not a book of people. It's a book of states. It's a book, a roadmap talking about initiations that you and I will go through, have gone through, will go through. So let's get that established. It ain't no talking about no real kissing. Check this out. It said, let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine. All right, let's deal with this right here. Let's deal with this because you are familiar with this character from the Matrix. That's what kiss means. Oracle. Whenever you're reading any divine, holy text or whatever, and you see kiss, it's talking about oracle. It is talking about transferring knowledge. That's what it is. Transferring knowledge. Okay? We're going to read just a couple more little. Draw me, we will run after thee. The king hath brought me into his chambers. We will be glad and rejoice in thee. We will remember thy love more than wine. The upright love thee. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Okay, let's do this. You know. Let's just put it right in your face. Black, okay. The hidden, okay. But I want you to look at these words though: tents and curtains. Give you another code here for when you're looking at any scripture, anything. Whenever you see a tent or you see a curtain, let me give you another one. When you see the mountain, when you see the high place, these are things you hear about a lot in the Bible. The high place. Guess what they all talking about? Your mind. Okay? Now, so that's some real quick Reader's Digest version backdrop for what I want to tell you next. Let me show you something here. My original copy is tore up, but hold on, let's do it this way. The Golden Ass. one of the greatest stories inside of this book. One of the greatest love stories ever told. Peace Almighty. Brother Ricochet. Probably saying it wrong, but reading is fundamental. This story right here. The story of Cupid and Psyche. Uh-oh. Hold on, boys and girls. Ain't today Valentine's Day? Ain't we talking about Cupid and his arrow? You know? And I know it's ridiculous. Going out here and they tell you got to go and buy your woman some flowers a day, or that mean you don't love her. But don't throw the baby away with the bath water. Not yet. Good people. Cupid. Do you know Cupid is the same as this character? Eros. Now look at this, what we got here. This is an anagram. Turn that around, you got becomes becomes R. Arc. Light. Where was Abraham from? Somebody tell me in the what you call him. See if you can do it. Type it real quick. See if you know. Where was Abraham from? Okay, y'all too slow. Abraham was from Ur of Chaldea. He was from the light. Okay? The light is buried in there. Okay? And you also got here, you got Ross. Ross is what? Rose. Okay? What did Sheba say inside of this in the Song of Solomon? I am the rose of Sharon. Okay? What's the significance of the rose? The rose is the original 5-petal flower. Okay? That 5 is very powerful. Okay? You got 98.6 is the average temperature of the human body. Add that up. 9 and 8 is 17. 17 and 6 is what? 23. 2 and 3 is what? 5. What's the temperature of boiling water? 212. Add it up. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 and 2 is what? 5. You're going to find this 5 everywhere. Jesus fed the multitude, which was what? 5,000. What did he feed them with? 5 fish, 2 loaves of bread. Okay? Loaves, spirit. Bread means spirit. Okay? So, you see, this is just embedded in this word. The light, which is embedded in the rose. The rose also symbolizes what? This is what I meant to get to. What is one of the main symbolism of Valentine's Day? The heart. The heart. That's all that matters. Is the heart. So it's bullshit, but it ain't bullshit, because it's kicking some real shit. Cupid deals with the heart. He punctures your heart. Look at that. He punctures the heart. Let me show you something. Now this book, I don't know where the hell it is, but let me see if I can find it. I want to show you this. Where that motherfucker at? This is a badass book as far as symbolism. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Uh, Come on, Jamal. Where you put that mug at? I want to show you this. I want to show you some symbols that truly explain. Now, this gonna bother me if I can't find this. There it go. There it go. I knew I was. Here we go. Here we go. This here. Let me show you. Let me show you this book here. This book, a little tiny book, Rosicrucian Emblems of Daniel Kramer. Look at the first image right there. Everything in this book is dealing with the heart. Let me see if I can find another one. Look at this. Cupid punctures the heart. Look at this. I grow soft. It is not my word, like a hammer that breaks the rock in pieces. My heart is like a rock. The hammer softens me. I sustain the blow. Why then, if only I might be better? This whole thing is dealing with the heart. You see these things keep puncturing the heart. The heart. Let me show you this one. Look at that. The heart. The heart taking flight. You see the creature trying to grab it. Okay? The heart on fire. Love is a fire. Blow upon my garden that the spices thereof may flow out. See, this is coming out the Song of Solomon. Let me be kindled, Jesus, by your incense and breath. I flame. Let yours be the love. I am fragrant. Let yours be the scent. Man, this is some powerful shit. This little book right here. This is a must-have. This is a must-have if you want to just to look at these pictures and just meditate on them. That's the power of symbolism. You know, they unfold. You know, you keep looking at them, they just keep unfolding and unfolding with mysteries. So I brought that up to talk about the whole aspect of Cupid piercing the heart. Okay? So here's this story. I'm trying to do it as quick as I can. The story of Cupid and Psyche starts like this. Psyche's the female, Cupid is the man. Venus was considered to be the most beautiful goddess. Okay? She was worshipped in the temples. But she got word of this human who had this outrageous beauty, and she was so beautiful that people started worshiping her instead of Venus. Okay. Now, this girl had two sisters, two older sisters. Now, they were also beautiful, but they weren't like her. She was just unbelievably beautiful. Okay. Stop you in your tracks type. So Venus catches word of this and she's upset. Now I want to stop right there and understand that you understand what the story is really talking about. They give you the name Psyche, so you know it's talking about the mind, okay? Now, if this is talking about a shift that is going on from inside of your own consciousness, where you're going from worshiping something outside yourself to worshiping your own divine nature within yourself. See, Venus is the outer and Psyche represents the inner. As above, so below, as within, so without. So she finds out that they're worshiping Psyche. Now, what worships your mind would be your hormones. Your mind controls your hormones, and it controls, it regulates your whole body. Okay. Now, she sends her son is Eros. Eros is the god of love and desire. Now, that's what I want you to really lock in. Desire. Remember that word, desire. Now, she sends him down, and I'm trying to remember how the story. She sent him down to make the girl fall in love with him, and then break her heart. I think that's how it was supposed to go. Now, the girl gets married off, and she's told that she's gonna have to marry some old ugly man, that she don't desire because that's all she can get. So she agrees to it, and she's crying and shit. She don't want to leave her mom and daddy, and she gets swept away off the side of a cliff. It's always a wind comes in. You gotta look at the symbolism. A strong wind comes and takes her and whisks her down to the place where this husband of hers lives. When she gets there, he's got this immaculate palace. Okay? So it's the same. Cupid, Eros would be the same as Solomon. See, Solomon had the beautiful palace that was built with neither hammer nor nails. Okay? So she moves, she goes in there and she's overwhelmed by all of the um oh shit. All of the care. We might have to do a part 2 on this. All of the doting that's done to her. Okay. I gotta go and get my babies. But look, we're gonna have to come back and do a part 3 on this. But let me say this much. And we're gonna stop here. She gets swept up into the house, and all of these servants are there waiting on her, but none of them speak. None of them speak. They're completely silent, but they wait on her. These are talking about your hormones being under control by the master gland, which is your pineal gland. All right? Her sisters are wondering where the hell has she been, because she's disappeared, and they want to know what's going on with her. They want to, and everybody's sad, and they're worried about, is she okay? Okay? Now, she decides she wants to send for them because she wants to share her fortune with them. And that's where we're gonna stop. I'm sorry, I gotta run real quick. But we're gonna pick back up on this part 3. I'm gonna finish this story about Psyche and Cupid and Valentine's. Be back at y'all shortly. Peace.